What's a sexual experience you thought you wanted but realized during or after that you really didn't? Going out in public with one of those remote-controlled vibrators. The vibrating part kept shifting from where it should be while I was walking, and I was so paranoid about it slipping out and falling out my pants leg for me to enjoy how it felt. Almost W2 dudes on a wild spring break trip in Florida. It was hot up until they got their condoms on and reality of what was happening hit. And then I freaked out a bit because I realized I didn't want to go further. But I don't think I even said stop, I think I just kind of froze and looked freaked out. I'll never forget the gentle reassurance of the one young man. He quickly stopped, told the other dude, hey man, it's off, and I wasn't shamed or made to feel stupid or anything. We actually kept partying and partied the rest of the week together and had a great time. That guy was a stand-up young man. Peak era of bro culture way before Me Too movement, and he had full awareness of consent. 20 years later and I remember him. Had sex on the Great Wall of China, at night under the stars. Was pretty romantic until we finished and realized there were workers cleaning the wall less than 20 feet from us who definitely saw and heard us and were politely waiting for us to finish so they could do their jobs. Filming it. Those actors in the movies deserve some respect. We looked like two sea lions jumping on top of each other. Edit, OMG, my first award. Thank you, haha. Edit 2, wow, you guys all the awards? At least something good came out of that story, lol. I don't know if this really counts as a full-on sexual experience because it was just for fun and no one had sex, but my friends and I pooled money for a male stripper for my friend's 21st and it was awesomely terrible. Clearly the pictures he emailed me were from his glory days. He was an appalling dancer. He wouldn't stop texting me and emailing me to go to lunch for the week after. Lesson learned, don't go cheap if you must hire a stripper. Hot wax. I thought I could take the pain cause I like other kind of stuff. However, it burned like a bitch, and ended up spilling all over my bed. 0/10. I saw a gif of a girl fucking a bedpost. I have bedposts. Tried, failed, scarred for life. Bedposts are way bigger than they seem. Eating a girl out from behind. She had an amazing body, still does, and it was awesome. Then without saying anything, she starts pushing my face away. I am very paranoid/worried about doing anything to make my partner uncomfortable, so I just pulled a few inches away from her butt and started to ask, are you okay? But then she let out a huge fart right as I was inhaling to speak. My nasal passages were open and this fart was forceful enough that I felt the hot, heavy gas hit the back of my throat and sink down. Then a few microseconds later, the smell hit me, full-on shit grade, permeating my sinuses. I started choking and gagging and dry heaved a bunch. My girlfriend was so horrified she started crying. This was like 2 months into our relationship, so she thought I was going to leave her, but as soon as the nausea wore off, I just started laughing because the situation was so funny. We bring it up all the time now and still laugh. Edit, lol, no idea why this took off. I've told this story in like 5 different threads in Reddit where it was more relevant to the original topic and it got like 2 upvotes. Thanks for laughing with us. I asked my ex to scratch my back once. She clawed the shit out of me and I was like, actually, never do that again. I worked with a girl and her husband would come in all the time. We worked at a restaurant so we were always drinking after. He told me he wanted me to fuck his wife while he watched. I thought it was a joke. He brought his wife over and she confirmed it. He was asking her to pick someone for a while, she picked me so I said sure. A couple weeks pass and they invite me over. They made dinner, fed me and gave me drinks. We go over any boundaries. Basically don't come in her or on her. Okay, whatever. I'm having sex with her and everything is good. It's weird because he's just sitting there jerking off and talking to himself about how he deserves this and it hurts to see his wife with another man. Every so often he'd tell us to switch positions and he'd go back to wallowing to himself. He'd say he can't watch, but he would watch. Anyway, I was going to come so I pulled out and stopped and she grabbed me and finished me with her hand. I ended up coming on her stomach a bit and the dude lost it. He ran over so fast and punched me so fucking hard I collapsed. I was in a daze. I was already in cum euphoria and then almost knocked unconscious within 10 seconds. She starts screaming at him, he tries to drag me out of the room but I managed to get composed and handle myself. I'm fucking naked with cum dripping out of me, lump on my head, ready to scrap. He starts yelling I said no cum. She says it was her fault. He tells me to leave, so I get dressed real quick and head out. She calls me an hour later and apologizes. Says it won't be like that next time. LMAO next time? Nah. Guy has a nasty overhand right and was trying to drag my kumi, naked ass by the ankles like he was going to bury me. No next time. No more couples. Having a strobe light in the bedroom. Yeah, that really sucked. This woman wanted to restrain me. I thought why not, could be hot, she seems to know what she's doing. As soon as the handcuffs went on I flipped the fuck out like a wild animal. It all surprised me. I was on a wooden chair and it got all smashed up. She unlocked me and it was instant relief. Now I know. Using honey. The instant it hit skin we were both like, oh no, this is a mistake. Being tied up I didn't know where the fuck to put my arms, it was so awkward. Just kinda stuck them up in the air. We both laughed about it for a long time. Sex on a plane, Air NZ in the middle of the night. Both snuck to the washroom. Apparently the clapping noise was very audible and not as quiet as we both thought. $1,500 fine each and a 1-year ban from Air NZ. Edit, we were coming back from a month of backpacking and landed in Vancouver, en route to Manitoba. The police didn't seem to care at all, but the TSA person seemed to take it personally, so I believe that's what the fine was so large. What are examples where bigger is better isn't true? Bills. Stars. The giant ones die quickly, the small ones can live for billions of years. Pill sizes. Leak in your roof. Kidney stones. The length of silence after you ask someone to marry you. Meteorites. Zucchini, like the actual vegetable, they are tastier when smaller. Vegetables. You would think more equals better, but the bigger they are the less flavor there is and the texture gets weird. For certain veggies at least. Zucchini for example. Microbiologist. The bigger ones are just biologists. Classroom sizes. Babies, vaginal birth. Debt. Poop. That shit hurt. Ego. Though it was never revealed, what do you like to imagine was in the briefcase from Pulp Fiction? The first time I watched the movie I assumed it was gold or other bright pricey mineral. The CO writer Roger Avary said once that he and Tarantino thought of the inside as diamonds while writing the characters' reactions, though they never revealed it on screen. A smaller, nicer briefcase. More heroin. I have no idea why, but when I first saw it my friend matter-of-factly told me it was comic books. I went years believing that to be fact until I realized one day that it made no sense at all. A light bulb. The diamonds stolen in Reservoir Dogs. A laserdisc of Shazam starring Sinbad. Royale with cheese. Quentin's N-word permission slip. Spaceballs 2, The Search for More Money. Holy Grail. At the time, my friends group thought this nearly unanimously, like they heard it from Tarantino himself. LOL. Made sense to my teenage brain, glowing, golden hues, instantly recognizable by anyone, know it when you see it, and fit in with my childhood fantasies that Indiana Jones stories were real. Edit, comments about choosing poorly as Holy Grail was gold just proves my teenage brain had a worse memory than I gave it credit for. LOL. Edit 2, thank you so much for the award. First award on Reddit, fitting it relates to a post about my favorite movie ever. Cheers. Edit 3, still getting awards? Y'all are too much. Thanks again. Quentin Tarantino's feet pic collection. Marcellus Wallace's soul. A MacGuffin.